we have in our application process, obviously an application form needs to be filled out. We ask you to write an essay in order to demonstrate your understanding of what chiropractic is and why you would like to be a chiropractor. And then a little bit further down the track, we will do a one-on-one interview with you. Every one of our applicants gets interviewed by one of our faculty or our admissions staff, and it's a structured interview that's been designed by an industrial psychologist, actually, to try and extract whether this person has the qualities that we're looking for in a chiropractor. Things like empathy, understanding, listening, critical thinking, the ability to solve problems and things like that. So it's about a 40-minute interview that everyone gets, and it's marked. There's a rubric for it. The same as the essay, there's a rubric for that as well. And we also have an online critical thinking test that we ask the applicants to do in their own time. And it's an independently marked thing, and we get the marks from that, because as you probably well appreciate, Ben, being a chiropractor in practice requires quite a lot of mind juggling. You know, you've got to take in a lot of different bits of information, assimilate that in a logical sense, and be able to come up with a plan of action that suits. And that's very much about critical thinking. So that's why we have that in there. Now, obviously, the academic performance is important, but not as important, because you can't actually even get in here unless you've completed all of the prerequisites, all of the pre-health sciences and the courses that go with that. But we're not just looking for straight A students.
Right on. Can you talk, let's shift a little bit to sort of the strategic plan of the college. I know that you guys are well known for the research that you've done. Maybe you could touch a little bit on that, and also the lens that you're doing the research through, being more chiropractic oriented or chiropractic centered. But can you speak a little bit about what the future of the college is looking like? We're in 2020 now. Just like what's on your mind? What's in your focus right now?
From a strategic point of view, Ben, and I'm pleased you used that word, our board of trustees are very keen, because we recognize that the fabric of the college, what makes it what it is, and the culture that we have here is largely because of this combination that we have within the domestic Kiwis and the internationals. We're working towards establishing eventually a student body that's pretty much 50-50 domestic and international. We really do appreciate the diversity that people from other countries bring and the different points of view, and it really adds to the mix. So from a strategic point of view, that's a stated objective. So we've got that. In terms of our focus, we have no intention of becoming bigger. We don't want to be the biggest chiropractic college in the world. We want to be the best. And so the mantra here is, and it's something I started a few years ago, and now the students all make fun of me. They'll go around talking about being more excellent. And they got the irony in that comment, but that was my thing a few years ago. We just got to be more excellent. And excellence is one of our values. The values that we sort of use as the lens when looking at all college activities is gratitude, integrity, vision that's bigger than ourselves, love and respect and excellence. So those are things that we take pretty seriously. And our vision here is is a world of people expressing optimal potential. Now that's a big, hairy, audacious goal. But how do we go about achieving that? Well, that's our mission, and our mission is to educate great people to become the world's best chiropractors. And we think we're doing a pretty good job of that, but we're really very dedicated to doing it better, doing it much more excellenter, so to speak. And so we're trying to incorporate innovation in our education. Obviously, with COVID, that has had a bit of an effect on how we approach education. But we are fortunate enough to currently be the only chiropractic college in the world that's operating normally with full face-to-face teaching and practical stuff, that sort of thing. We're very lucky here in New Zealand that we only had to teach online for a relatively short few weeks, which we were able to do quite well. But as you know, chiropractic is very much a hands-on course. And here at New Zealand, at this college, we actually have about twice as much hands-on stuff as what the accreditation people would like us to have, only because we think that we wanted people, when they graduate, to be absolutely practice ready and be very, very proficient with their hands and their hearts and their minds. So I suppose the future of this college is all about just trying to stay at the edge of innovation and new ideas and just getting better. And as you mentioned, our research is very, very much driving that. The research department here, for our size, is producing a phenomenal amount of really useful research. And I say that not meaning disrespect to other research, but some of the research that I have seen is not very useful at all. I mean, first of all, we want it to be useful to the profession. As you can imagine, the people running our research department are actually graduates of this college. So they've had a pretty much an emphasis on how the relationship between the spine and the nerve system affects overall health and function. And so as a result of that, our research department is very much about that. So we're all about measuring brain and neurologic function and changes in that as a result of chiropractic care. And so that's perhaps what's made some of our research, well, Heidi Horvick is a bit of a superstar around the world now. Everyone knows who Heidi is, and Kelly Holt, who's her 2IC, our Dean of Research here at the college. They're just doing a great job because we've got collaborations with lots of other universities, and not just chiropractic universities. We're talking about people who are very, very leaders in their field in neurology, for instance, which I suppose, you know, you're talking about emphasis, that sort of thing. Our emphasis is definitely on the neuromusculoskeletal, not musculoskeletal only. So there's a bit of a rift or some feelings in chiropractic circles at the moment. There's some people who just want to be musculoskeletal, and we're saying, well, actually, you're selling yourself about 99% short there, because it's all about the effect that the brain and the nerve system has on overall function and how we can affect that. And that's what our research is looking at. So we don't look at anything other than that, because that's what makes us tick.